Good morning, good morning. It's Tuesday. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the UK for another Coffee and Cards Live. Welcome if you're joining me live. Let me just adjust my camera slightly. Welcome if you're joining me live on this beautiful, sunny, wintry day. Welcome if you're joining me on catch up on replay. I'm so glad you can catch up. Do let me know if you're watching. I'll wait a few minutes and see if anyone hops on and joins us for the live this morning. Facebook's been a little strange. I did schedule it as an event and it's kind of created an event, so I hope it broadcasts live as normal. Do let me know. If you're joining me, I have got my coffee. It's Coffee and Cards after all. I am going to check on my laptop, I think. Oh, hi Anne. Lovely of you to join me. Am I coming to you normally on my page? Please let me know. I hope so. And I do apologise for last week's Coffee and Cards because I played it back after the fact, and it, despite it showing recording in landscape on my camera, hello Linda, it recorded me in portrait, which was very odd. Because it didn't show that. So do let me know if there's anything wrong with the video today. Should be recording in landscape. So I did not upload last week's Coffee and Cards video to YouTube. It's very irritating to watch something in portrait, I find. So I left it on my Facebook page. It's there to watch on replay if you'd like to. I've got my coffee. I hope you've got yours. Morning, Linda. Morning, Helen. How are you this fine, beautiful day? The sun is shining in Aylesbury. It's stunning. I've already taken the dog for a walk and it's beautiful. We've got blue skies. It's lovely. I'm very excited today. I've got lots of news to share with you. And we're going to be making some cards using the brand new Eden's Garden suite. This is a new suite. It's not in the catalogue. It's launched to customers today. And it consists of a stunning stamp set with some of those distinctive stamps in it with some beautiful sentiments. It's got some gorgeous dies. It's got designer series papers. It's got gems. It's got cotton paper. It's so beautiful. Morning, Paula. And you can get it from today. If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you could have got it for the last month and get a bit of perk. But yeah, customers can get it from today. So today I'm using it to show you how beautiful it is and some of the things you can make with it. Give you a bit of inspiration. Yeah, Eden's Garden. So we're going to play with that and I'll show you it when I turn the camera around. I've also got some other fantastic news as well. We had some updates from Stampin' Up! This morning to say that we've got an amazing joining offer starting from Thursday the 4th. I think it's Thursday the 4th, just for this month only. Our starter kit, our joining kit has been reduced in price. So it's gone to £75. And you can get £130 worth of product that you choose, whatever you like, from either catalogue, for £75. That's so cool. So you can just grab yourself a bargain and then you can carry on. You don't have to stay. You can stay with me. You can drop. You can do whatever you like with it. But you get an amazing bargain. So let me know if you're interested in that, because this is the best deal that I have seen Stampin' Up! Do since I've been in. Now I've been in 5.5 years. Yeah, and it's the best deal I've seen in all that time. So it's a brilliant one. Let me know. I'd love to have you join my lovely team. No obligation to demonstrate or sell. You can do what you like with it. It's great. It's a win-win. Morning, Amy. Lovely of you to join me. Okay, so after all that, I'm going to turn the camera around and we can do some crafting. So here we go. Now this bit's always a bit funky, so do bear with me. Here we go. Oh, there we are. Just take you out the tripod. I'm going to turn you around. Sorry about that. I'm going to put you on my grid paper, so don't get seasick. Just a moment. And turn my tripod piece around. Here we go. So I trust that this is filming properly in landscape this week. Do let me know if there's any issues. I had some issues last week, even though the camera said it was fine. So it's very weird, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. I might raise you up a little bit so you get a little bit more to see. And you can see this stunning stamp set. I love this. It's so nice. I'm not sure what I like best in it. The sorry, the leaf, the sort of floral leaf images or the sentiments, but they are beautiful. I think this one is my favourite one. My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. Oh, thank you, Helen, for letting me know. Dear friend, how are you? I've used that one a fair bit. And hello there. Sending hugs and let's celebrate everything. And the thing that I absolutely love about this is the dies, because these are so pretty. So we've got a big kind of wreath, which is kind of square, oval. And then we've got a smaller one. We've got this one, so you can cut out the leaves. You can cut out lots of leaves. This one's a banner sentiment with leaves at the end. This one, thank you very much for letting me know. Hello, Jen, welcome. This one creates most stunning card edges. Absolutely gorgeous. Morning, Amanda. So we're going to be playing with those as well. Okay, let's play with those to begin with, and then I'll show you all the papers that come with it as well. But let's start off. Oh, I did cut some of the dies out so you can see exactly what they look like. Now, let me grab a piece of dark card and I'll put them on there. So I've cut them out in white, which makes it a little bit easier to see. Ooh. So that's the gorgeous kind of wreath one. I just cut them out in plain white so you can see, but obviously you cut them in whatever colour. And that is the smaller one. They're a bit squished. There we are. This is the edge. How beautiful. And then this one is the leaf. I did cut one out. Good morning, Carol. Lovely of you to join me. I did cut one out in vellum. It's so pretty in vellum. And you can see how it looks in gold as well. It's so beautiful. So lots of die cuts there for you to see how they work. I'll just move them out of the way. Now you've had a little peep at those. I don't really need those for these cards. Okay, now I'm going to start off by showing you a card I already made. I popped on my blog a couple of weeks ago. Morning, Wendy. I popped this card on my blog a couple of weeks ago showing a sneak peek of the beautiful Eden's Garden Suite. It's got some gold embossing on it. It's got some gold elements. It's got this gorgeous edge on it. I've done some stamping and a little bit of stamping in the middle. So I'm going to show you how to recreate this card because I just did a blog post. So I don't think I put the instructions in there so you can see that. Morning, Shaz. And I might actually change it up slightly. So I'm going to have exactly the same card with the same measurements. But instead of making it landscape, I'm going to make it a portrait card. So let's go with that. Let's start off with that. And I've written some instructions down and I will put them on my blog when I upload it. And when I write this little blog post by the end of today or tomorrow, you'll get all these measurements written on there so you don't have to write them all down. You can if you like. Okay, so I started off with the evening evergreen. Who likes the evening evergreen and soft succulent greens? Tell me, because I love them. I really like them. They're my favourite. Excuse me, I'm drinking my coffee. And this evening evergreen would be perfect for Christmas cards, wouldn't it? Okay, so what have I got here? I've got all the elements I need. So this is my card base. So I've gone for a, a metric A4 C6 card. So that means I have scored it in half at 10.5 centimetres and cut it in half at 14.8 centimetres. And then I have cut a gold. So using some of my, what's the word? We've got these metallic foil cardstock. So taking some of the gold. You like it too, Jen. I love it. I have cut another piece out. So this is going to go on my card and it's the same length. So it's 14.8 downwards, but across the top, it is 8.5 centimetres. And then I have got a piece to go in the middle for my sentiment. It's my white panel inside. That's 14.3 by 8.5. And the reason why these are strange measurements I'll show you in a minute. So we'll start off with what we've got. Now my dog has let himself in. He's let himself in. I know he can't get back out of the craft room and he's looking at me. Mum, let me out. Let me out. And you know what will happen when I let him out? He'll be like, why can't I come back in? Let me in. He's the daftest dog on planet. Morning, Mary. Okay, so I've got my card base. Now I would like the front of my card to be slightly shorter so that I can put my nice decorative edge down the side. Morning, Marla. Thank you for joining me. He's managed to let himself out, the dog has. There you go. So what I would like to do, I would like to trim the front to 9 centimetres. So how am I going to do that? I can't remember how I did this. Right, so take it in here. It's going to have to be that way around, isn't it? So if I line up my join line with 9, right along the top there, make sure it's exactly right, butt it up a little bit so it's straight. And I'm just going to trim that edge off. So I've got 1.5 centimetres coming off that edge there. There we go. So that's the front of our card, and I've got this nice edge going there, and that's where our like decorative edge is going to go. Okay, so I've trimmed it to 9 centimetres. Okay, right, next thing is we're going to put our panel on here. Now you'll see that it leaves just about enough to have a nice border at the top and the bottom. I'm going to stick it straight down using my combo glue. Let's grab that. Hello. Morning, Doreen. Lovely of you to join me. So yeah, a little bit of Tombow going on there. I love this suite. It's so cool. And the great thing about this new suite is, so it's come as an out of catalogue, but it's it's one that's coming in the January to June catalogue. So you're getting it early. Does that make sense? They're releasing it as an early release. And as part of that, the bits that are coming in the January to June catalogue are the bundles, so the stamp and die set. But this suite has papers and gems, 2 lots of papers and gems. Hello. And but they will only be available during November through to the end of December. I've got that right. Yeah, they're a limited edition. So the only bits they're carrying into the new catalogue are the bundle. But these gorgeous papers are limited edition. So just in case you were on the fence, get those before they disappear. So this is the reason why I have some strange measurements to go inside. I've got that piece is the length of there, but it leaves that nice border so that when I close it, you don't see the white. I have made a mistake already in my card, because I was meant to cut my detail panel and stick it in here. So let's undo that. There we are. Too busy talking. Right, so I've got a piece of soft succulent. So the main colours in the papers, if you want to go with those, which I have today, are soft succulent, evening evergreen and gold. So I've gone with that. Right, where are the dies? Here they are. So that, hi Baz, lovely of you to join me. Yeah, I've gone with that so that if you want to get the whole suite, you can get lots of inspiration of how to use it with the papers. So I am going to run this through my Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machine just like that, and you'll be able to see what I get out of that. It's right next to me, yeah. Pop it through, hear a bit of a clunk. Don't worry. So here, this is what it does. So it cuts it out like this. Now you'll see it's still attached either end. So I grab my scissors. And you can see where it's coming. There. And there. Just take that off. Okay, now this is a bit long for our card. Now, the reason it's a bit long is, I think, probably because different countries work with slightly different card-based measurements. So I want mine to be the same length as the card, which we know is 14.8 centimetres. So I'm going to make sure mine is that. And I'm going to cut a strip off as well so that I have enough to anchor it behind that gold piece. So I'm just going to cut it off. It doesn't really matter exactly how deep I make it. except for I do want it straight. Okay, and I want it 14.8, so I think I'm going to cut a bit here because it kind of comes off the edge there, and then make sure it's the right length and cut that end off, and we've got exactly the right size piece. So you literally just snip a tiny bit off either end like that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pop it in. So this is going to go in there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue behind it. Not too much. I don't want it all squirting out because I'm good about that. Get a lot of glue everywhere. Make sure you keep it on the bit that's being tucked inside. So if I was you, I would stick yours on before you put your gold panel on if you're making this exact card. Right, so I love that kind of stitched edge there. I'm going to line this top right up to the edge so that it's straight, and I've got a nice straight stitched edge, and then just press it down. Yay, I did it. I did it. And we're making this one is landscape. We're making this one portrait. So the next thing I've got is some of this. Now this is part of the paper. It's cotton paper. It's very thin. It's almost like tissue paper, but it's not. It's a bit thicker than that. It's quite fibrous if you tear it. It's not quite as thick as that handmade cotton paper you sometimes buy, but it is that kind of vibe. It's that kind of thing. So I'm going to stamp on it. Now I'm going to take some evening evergreen to stamp on it, and I'm going to take one of the stamps from the stamp set to make the background pattern. So I use a mixture. I used this one, and I think I used this one. I think I used that one. So let's just see. Right. Sorry about my arm being in the way. Let's put some of these on blocks. I think I'll just use that one. And I'll use a smaller block. And the one I've got out, we'll use that one. And that might be enough, I think. Now, when I stamped mine, I stamped it off first. Yeah, I like this cotton paper. It's really interesting. It's fun to use. So I think I'll stamp this big one first. And so that it's not too in your face, I believe I stamped it off. So stamp off once and then stamp on. And it kind of gives this lovely watermark effect. Do you see that? Like that. And then a couple of these ones. Actually, I'll do the bigger one first. Oh, what am I doing? There we are. I've got green ink everywhere. There we are. Okay, stamp it off. Like that. Put that one in the middle. Like that. And then I've got a really pretty grid paper now, haven't I? And you can just fill in all the small areas with that nice small stamp. Put that to be cleaner. Look how green I am. I think that's what happened to me last time. I got very green. Okay, so. Right. Let's pop that one back there. Now, this one's going to go straight on top. Like that. Such a pretty card. I think, should I do it that way? Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. I'm glad you like the card. Right, I'm going to stick that down. Just stick it down with some Tombow. Not too much. It's quite thin, this cotton paper. If you don't want to use this paper, you could just use a layer of the soft succulent cardstock. That would work just as well. I just really like this beautiful cotton paper in the suite. Leave a nice border either side, a nice even border. make sure it's straight. And of course it takes a few moments to glue down when you've got when you have a shiny surface like the gold foil. Make sure it's nice and flat. So that's that part done. I don't think I've got any glue up here. There we go. That's it. And now the last bit, almost the last bit, we're going to do a sentiment panel. Now I've written all my measurements down here. So let's have a look. I've got a sentiment panel. I already cut out the right size. Now when I did mine, I stamped the sentiment and then I cut the panel. But just so you know how big it is 6 centimeters by 1.5 centimeters. Well, that's what that is. Let's see if it fits. Now, I think I'm going to stamp it. Instead of embossing it this time, I'm going to stamp it. So, see if I can make this card as simple as possible. Morning, Joe. See if I can make it simple without using embossing. But if it doesn't work, we'll get the embossing out. So what did I put on the other one? Hello there. I think we'll put hello there because that's the size of the piece of card that I've cut out. This is regular soft succulent cardstock, not the cotton paper. And I'm going to stamp it in full strength. Evening Evergreen. And because there's a contrast on the green, I think it'll show out well enough. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, look how nice that is. Hello there. Okay, so that one's going to go on here like this. Oh, I know what I did differently on my original card that I'd forgotten to do on this one. I stuck my cotton paper to a piece of soft succulent cardstock, but I actually quite like this effect, so I'm going to stay with that now. I've got a scrap or a piece of Evening Evergreen that I'm going to use to cut out, and another scrap of gold, and I'm going to grab the die that we're going to use to pop behind it. So this really nice sentiment banner, this one, how cool is that? Oh, morning! You just got in. You're not late, Joe. You're just right. Did you take the dog out for a walk? The dogs? I took my dog out for a walk first thing this morning. He got used to me taking him out first thing in the morning over half term. And when I got up this morning to take Jacob to school, he was looking at me impatiently as if to say, oh, hang on. Why are you going out and not taking me out first? Honestly. So he had to wait a little bit. But he got his walk. You're loving the greens. Evening Evergreen is soft succulent. Oh, you've been to Slimming World. Lovely. Well done. How did you get on? I hope you're doing all right. I've just started doing a calorie counting app, which is suiting me. Right. Let's have a go. Ooh. There we go. So this is the banner that comes out. How pretty, isn't it? That's gorgeous. I love that. And I'm going to do another one in the Evening Evergreen. Let's do it that way. It would be nice to experiment with this sleep now I've had a play with it, and with lots of different colours as well. I just love these greens and golds together. There we are. Let's put my scraps over there. So here we go. Dies over there. Take the bits out. Okay, now see, this goes on here. All right. But I wanted it to be a bit shorter. I wanted it to fit across here a bit better than that. And so when I made the original one, I cut them up. Oh, there's a bit of washi tape or something on there. Yeah, I do believe that is. I'll say, what is that? Got caught in the die. Okay, so I'm going to cut them up. Don't shriek at the camera. It's all going to be okay. Oh, there we go. All right, let's take the middle bits out of this one as well. Did I get my tool, my take a pick tool out somewhere, but where, I don't know. Right, let's take those out. It'll turn up in a minute. I've got it ready. Right, okay. So here we go. What we're going to do is I'm going to stick it onto the green one first. And I'm just going to put some glue on the back of my hello there. I'm going to butt it. So you can do it a long one. I just wanted mine shorter. I just liked it like that. I'm going to butt it right up to the edge. Like that. So it's a bit shorter because so you see they overlap a bit at the back. Yes, I like that. And then to make it pop from the card, I'm going to pop the gold one behind it, but I'm going to reverse which way round they go. So the leaves go in a different direction and you can see them better. So if you see it on here, that now sticks up a little bit and you can see more of the gold. All right, so I'm going to put some glue on this one. Yeah, never be afraid to cut up your die punch shapes or your die cut shapes or your punch shapes. You never know what you might get. And this one. Yeah, and just bring it right in where you want it to go. And then you've got one piece, like that, but the green and the gold aren't completely overlapping and it shows them off. How pretty is that? So I just need a couple of sticky foam pads to pop it up. Where are you? Here you are. Right, I'm going to put one that overlaps that join, just for luck, like that. Now, so we're going to have it this way up. So, there we go. Hello there. I think I'm going to put it across the middle, there like that. Hello there. Now, a little bit of stamping inside. Okay, now what did I put inside my other one? I put, dear friend, how are you? So we have got sending hugs. Dear friend, how are you? My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. And hello there. So I think I'm going to put sending hugs on this one, just for something different. Dear friend, sending hugs. And I am going to put that in an evening evergreen, I think. Yeah, I did that on the other one too. Ah, here we go. Sending hugs. Oh, it's such pretty, isn't it? Such a pretty font. Okay, I'm going to do some stamping inside. I'm going to stamp the these little ones. And I'm not going to stamp them off. They're so beautiful. Like that. And then this one. Like that. That's pretty. So let's put that inside. So who else has got their coffee? Have you all got your coffee or tea for coffee and cards? And has anybody got any crafting going on? Let me know. I'm popping this inside. I'm leaving the tiniest margin on the inside, making sure it fits really well because I've actually made it the same length as the card. You don't have to. as long as you cut it at 9 and leave this nice gap down the side, and then you won't have it peeking out here, and you get that nice contrast there. You and you. Excellent, Jen. I've got mine. I'm sorry. I'm going to have a little drink. Excuse me, though. I'm sure you can get all that horrible noises. Okay, now, this is the pièce de résistance. I can't, I'm sorry. Anyway, I have got the gems. They are beautiful. These are the garden gems. You can see I've used a few of mine. They come in the suite, and they've got these beautiful long ones that are in like soft succulent, and these ones are like evening evergreen. They are so pretty. They're gorgeous. So you can buy this stuff as a suite. You can buy it all individually. So if you just like the gems, they're gorgeous. Right. I am going to change it up a little. I've not used any of these. I'm going to be brave. I'm not a big gem person. Oh no, I don't know. What shall I do? Shall I? No, I'm going back to the little ones. I'm going to have to practice my bravery with the big gems, I think. I think I'll go for the middle size ones, though, because they're really pretty in the evening evergreen. I will have to practice with those because they're so pretty. I've got to use them. I'll just add on 3 of these. I like an odd number of gems on my projects. I don't know about you guys. There we are, just to give it a little bit of a bling. That's our first card complete. So I'll show you the original. There's the original. And I made this and put it on my blog a couple of weeks ago as a sneak peek of this suite. And I embossed this in gold. Also, this soft cotton paper, I backed it in a soft succulent cardstock. Today, I just used the cotton paper without the backing. And I haven't embossed it, but I've stamped it in evening evergreen. And it's a portrait version of the landscape card. Hope you like it. I have another card for you. I thought we would make it again, but we're going to use some of the beautiful designer series papers. They are gorgeous. So let's move those instructions out of the way. I have got another evening evergreen base. So if you cut a piece of A4 card in half, you get 2 bases. There's my other one. And I have also made myself instructions for this one. Here we go. So card base 14.8 by 10.5. Trim the front to 9 centimeters. So exactly the same as the last one. So let's trim that to 9. That way, isn't it? Oh, that way I'll chop it off. Right, 9. Tell me what the weather's like with you all. What's going on? I'd love to know. So I trimmed that to 9 centimeters, so we can have the same kind of idea. I have done. Oh yes, I know what I was going to do. Right, I can move that one out of the way. The designer series paper. It is so pretty, so very lovely. I'll first of all show you that cotton paper quickly, so you can get an idea of it. So this is the cotton paper, and it comes in 12 by 12, and you get 10 sheets. So you're going to get 5 12 by 12 sheets of the soft succulent, and you're going to get 5 12 by 12 sheets of the evening evergreen. That's really quite a lot in there. It'll last you a long time. And these are the beautiful designer series papers. If you know me, you know I absolutely love it. Morning, Philomena. I love DSP. Pattern papers to most of us. So let's grab it out and I'll show you what we've got. So you have got 12 sheets of double-sided paper. Morning, Kathy. And they are specialty papers. They're foiled, so you can see all the gold foiling. They're so pretty. So you've got 12 sheets, 2 of each. And the backs are really useful designs as well. They're really pretty. How gorgeous is that one? With all the gold. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then this, I really like this. I think this would be great for Christmas cards as well. So, so pretty. Lots of, is it 1036 in the Evening. Goodness. Thank you for joining me then, Kathy. Morning, Louise. So that's the same as the first one, because I get 2 sheets of each. That's that one again. This is another one. I think I might have I used a bit of this one? This one's really nice. You can just about see the foiling in it. It's got little gold dots all the way through the middle of it, and then the back has got this pretty ombre green. You've got gorgeous blue sky and an autumn chill. That's what it was like when I went out for a walk this morning, Helen. It was so nice. Morning, Dana. That's the other piece. You see, this is what I've used already. I've just made one card. This piece, this is stunning. It's got soft succulent and gold. Oh, thank you for sharing it, Philomena. That's really kind of you. That helps me a lot. If anybody does that, it really helps me. Yeah, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful papers. Honestly, which ones do we use? Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. Now, I was going to use this one. I had it in my head. This was the paper I was going to use. I now, after having looked at them all, I think I'm going to go and use this one. So pretty. Let's do that. Who's to say we just need to use one? I could come back later and make some more. Okay. So I'll put the paper to the side. And I'm going to trim it down so we can make our card base. So if you have a 12-inch square sheet of paper and you're using it for card making, you can get at least, well, you can get 6 card fronts out of 1 sheet. So my designer series paper needs to be 14.8 by 8.5. I'm going to cut a 10 centimetre strip off it. Because, let's put that one to the side, because I only need it to be 8.5 this way, but it means that the bottom part of it I can use for another card at a different size if I'd like. So 10 centimetre strip, and I'm going to do it by 14.8. Wow, 10:30. Thank you for joining me when it's late in the evening with you. So 8.5 gives us a little strip here. Okay, so that's that piece. I think I cut myself an insert. So designer series paper 14.8 by 8.5. So that goes on there, leaves us a nice border down the edge again. Morning, Janice. Lovely of you to join me. Welcome everyone today. You're all from different places. It's so lovely. There's lots of us here. What a lovely crafty community we have. Okay, let's turn this one over. I'm going to pop it straight on. And if you do that, you can see where it's going. Leave yourself a nice even border down the edge. Yeah, that's straight. Pretty straight. Oh, I've done that thing again where I've forgotten to stick it down. So I'll stick my thumb in there like I did last time. We can do this. Right, okay. Now I thought what I would do for this one is I would use some of the gold. Let's grab some of that out. Did I leave any out? No, let's grab a piece out of my stash. I have a lot of it. Might have to cut into a new piece. That's exciting. Ooh. I have lots. Right, which colour should I use? It comes in different colours, but I think I need the gold colour to go with the gold foiling. Let's just trim a piece off the edge. And I'm going to make that detailed edge for the card. So I'm just going to cut a strip off. That I can use as much as I need. Okay. Right, let's grab that nice long die and pop it on. So I'm just going to pop it on here. I'm going to put it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's after midnight there. You're very, very kind to be watching me at that time of the night. Thank you. It's such a beautiful suite, isn't it? It's so nice. I'm going to just anchor it down with a tiny bit of washi tape to help keep it in place. And run it through. I've got my cut and emboss machine next to me here. And I keep mine on one of those trolleys. You know those IKEA trolleys that you get? I keep mine on there and I can wheel it around the room and I can keep all my dies in the shelves below it. It's just such a handy thing to do. Okay, so I'm going to do the same as I did before. I'm going to cut up the edge. There we go. I've got a nice big piece left to play with. Now, lots of bits. My little pokey tool. Make sure all the bits are out. There we are, it cuts out really well anyway, so good. Is that it? I think so. Yeah. There we go. Now it might be quite a bit fat that side, so I'm just going to trim that bit off a little bit because I don't want too much having to tuck into the card, especially as I've already stuck it down. Would have been fine if I hadn't gone and done that twice in a row. Now we need to have it the right size, don't we? We need to have it 14.8 long, and it is slightly too long. So let's cut it to size. There we are. And pop it in. Yeah, it's all foliage on the strip. It's really pretty, Janice. It's part of the Eden's Garden die set. You can cut all these, well, this beautiful pretty border to go on your cards or projects. So nice. Right, so I meant to not stick this down and I went and did it anyway. So I'm going to pull some of that paper up if I can. Yes, I can. That's a bit of luck. Now, how I want it to go is I need to butt this up so that it's nice and straight and just stick it in between like that. Make it nice and flat. There we go. Now we can have it as a landscape card or we can have it as a portrait card. What do you think? Should we have this one as a landscape card as well? Let's go for it. Okay, so I have decided that I would use the cotton paper for my sentiment with this one. Don't know why I thought that, but that's what I thought. So I have got the Evening Evergreen cotton paper and I'm going to stamp on that. So, or shall I do that? The reason I'm hesitating is I've got a sentiment already die cut out using a different die set. No, I better stick to this one. Right, okay. So let's stamp this one. And what did I put on there? Hello there. I'm still thinking about it, you know. I'm going to do it in the green and see how it works. If not, we can change it up. Lovely either way. Thank you. Oh, Alfie, did you bang your head? You're a silly dog. Banged his head on the edge of the table, honestly. You shake your head now, you daft animal. Right. Hello there. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, hello there on the cotton paper. And then we need some more of this, don't we? So let's do this again. piece of gold, a piece of green, and the die. Let's pop that through. It's fun. I never quite know what I'm doing with my second card in terms of that it's in my head. I have a plan, a general idea, but I haven't actually made it. So now the dog is actually standing right in front of me, literally between me and the desk. No sense, no feeling. You're absolutely right, Joe. He banged his head and he didn't even notice. Except he did shake his head, so maybe... He is my shadow at the moment. It's coming up to bonfire night in the UK, so Guy Fawkes night. And everyone seems to want to let fireworks off, weeks either side of it. And so you hear all these fireworks and he gets a bit more nervous around this time of the year. So he's my shadow. Just wish they wouldn't. Not quite so many anyway, put it that way. So we have got this one. And that one. Now, am I going to cut this one down in the same way or shall I leave it long? I think I'm going to cut it down. And I think I'm going to do it this way. So it's not quite in your face. Yeah. There we go. I know what I'm doing. Well, I think I know what I'm doing. Who has got pets? I know some of you have pets. I don't know if all of you do. I'll put a little bit of that on there. And then this one. Bit of glue on that one. You have your Luke. Aww. They do. They are a comfort to us, aren't they? These pets of ours. And I love that Alfie just wants to be in here with me all the time. Daft dog he is, but I do like that he's in here all the time. Okay, and then I'm going to put the gold on. And this will actually strengthen it a bit as well. There we go. So let's make sure that they don't match completely because I want them opposite way round. That one on there. Like that. Give it a moment to dry. Oh, I'm glad the fireworks don't bother them. That's good news, Joe. He's been a bit better actually this year, to be honest. So normally with every little bang, he's very aware. But this year, all the kind of background bangs, not the big bangs, but the background ones, he's just not even turning a hair. It's just if there's a lot of like big bangers that he doesn't like it. Hello there. I think I would actually, because I've layered these. Do you see this? I've layered these. It's not that, you can see the join because the cotton paper is really thin. The dies are actually meant to not be cut, so it wouldn't have made a difference. I just decided I wanted mine shorter. So therefore I can see that line through the cotton paper, which is slightly annoying for me. So I'm going to re-stamp it onto a scrap of the soft succulent cardstock, I think. That will please me better. So if you're going to, I hadn't made it using that, so there's a tip for you. If you're going to cut your die cut up and then put the cotton paper on the top, be aware that it might show through. So we know the strip's 1.5 centimetres that I made. And I did it by 6, didn't I? So I'm just going to pop it on the top. So you could make a ton of these cards just using the designer series paper. Very simply made. Ah, Wendy, I see what you mean. You don't get a huge amount. They've been not as bad here this year as they generally are, I have to say, but we do get a lot. It's not, they're not necessarily organised events. They're people doing their own thing. So you get them kind of weeks either side, and it's very annoying. I wish that they would make it that there were big firework events that you could go to that were organised, and then it would all be done and dusted in one kind of weekend or 2 weekends. I've got nothing against that. It's just the poor animals. Hello there. And also it's showing up a bit better on there. I think I stamped it better. Okay, so let's go for that. You know, a nice layer of cardstock on that. But I do like fireworks. I mean, we took our kids to see the fireworks every single year when they were smaller, obviously. Love that kind of thing. We stay at home with the dog now. Bless him. Hello there. So, I'm still thinking we're going to have it. Yeah, we're going to go landscape. Landscape it is. So, a couple of sticky foam pads would do if I could see where I've put them. Oh, so if you're coming in a bit later, I was saying at the beginning of the video that we have this amazing joining deal. I can't believe it. This month that Stampin' Up have come out with, where you can get the starter kit. You can get it. You can get £130 worth of any product you like for just £75. That's a bargain, isn't it? You can get a massive discount with that. And then for the next few months, you can get your 20% discount on top of that for everything you buy after that. And then if you stay, it's up to you. You don't have to stay. But if you stay, you continue to get your discount. Okay, so this is my white piece to go inside. So I need to stamp in here. And I am going to do that really nice sentiment that I like. Where is it? It's not that one. Not that one. Have I already got it out somewhere? Sending hugs. Hello there. My heart is tied to yours. There it is. Just hiding. It's hiding. Need a long block for that one, I think. Put the lid on there a minute. I don't think we've used soft succulent at all, have we? I think I'm going to stamp it in soft succulent. Used to be like that in Oxfordshire from September to Christmas. Yeah, I agree with you, Wendy. It's not that bad here, but I do agree it should be organised events, don't you think? My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. That's so nice, isn't it? Such a beautiful sentiment. I love it. Okay, we're going to pop some of these in now. I'm going to pop these ferns back in the evening evergreen. And you can see it's that distinctive stamping. It's kind of like almost 3D-ish. It's got the shading in it. And we're nearly done. One in soft succulent. Oh, I just mixed my inks. That was not clever. There we are. Just a bit of random stamping inside. All done. A bit more glue. Nearly out of glue. Goodness, are you all still with me? I don't know how long we've been going either. I haven't got the time. Let's have a look. Ooh. I like to stick to... oh, we've got 4 minutes. I've done okay today. I've managed to keep it to the hour. This is good. I like to keep it to an hour otherwise. It's just too long, isn't it? There we are. 2 cards. There. And we've left that nice gap down the side so that you can see without the white poking through. Lovely. Right, let me put the lid on the ink. I'm all in green today. It wasn't on purpose. Do you think I'm matching my greens? Oh, never too long. You're very kind. No, I'm not really matching. I'm not really evening evergreen, am I? Or soft. I think I'm more, I know what that is, garden green. If you want to match your clothes to your Stampin' Up colours, maybe I'll do that next week. That might be taking it a bit far. Don't know. Honestly. Right, gems. Let's pop some of those on. I might actually go for these big ones. I just don't know quite how to use them. I've never done it before. I feel like they should be not random, but put in a line. I want to see someone who's used these lovely, beautiful ones because they're gorgeous. I want to see someone else who's used them. And then I'll go for it. Right, I'm going to use these because I'm too chicken. There we go. Some of those on there. So pretty, aren't they? I can't just like, stroke them. I have to use them. Oh, I hope, Wendy, your mojo is on a sabbatical and you hope to find it soon. I hope I help that come back a bit with the stamping this morning. Let's hope, hey? You know what we need? We need some envelopes. We need an envelope. So let's have this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that designer series paper trick. Ooh, I'm dropping things now. So the rest of that 10cm strip that I cut off the side of our designer series paper piece of paper, I could use that for a card base, or I could use it to make a couple of envelope flaps, which is what I'm going to do. Right, so I'll show you how to do it. It almost fits, and I think it's good enough. So hopefully, I'm going to put some glue on here, but hopefully, Wendy, your mojo will come back. You need it to come back. So this is how you match your envelope to your card. No naked envelopes around here. Either stamp on your envelope or add some paper to the flap of your envelope, or both. No nudie envelopes allowed. This is so nice to get in the post. Just cut around it with your scissors. It's like when you're watching Blue Peter or you're at school or whatever, you just cut around it. There you are. How beautiful is that? Doesn't that look nice? And you could add just a little bit. Sorry, I keep putting my arm right in the shot. Just add a little bit. Stamp that off because we've got soft succulent on there. There we go. Just have a little, oh, thank you, Philomena. It's nice to have those pretty touches, isn't it? Because when it comes through the post, it makes a massive difference, doesn't it? Right, so let's turn this very busy stamped piece of paper over so that it looks better for you to look at. It's not so distracting. So here we go. That's the one we just made. Where's the original gone? Here's the original. This is the original I made, and I stamped on the cotton paper for that one, and then I made a portrait version of it, exactly the same but in portrait. As you can see, it's just turned it around and we've stamped inside, and then I've made exactly the same card again. All I've done is change up this layer, which was the gold size, and added this in gold instead of the cardstock. Other than that, they're exactly the same card. I hope you've enjoyed it. There you go. So if you're interested at all in any of the things here, you can find them in my online shop. The Eden's Garden Suite goes live to customers today, which is brilliant. Don't forget the added bits are limited. So after the promotion is over, in January, you'll be able to get the stamps and dies, but you won't be able to get the paper, the cotton paper, or the gems. So if you want those, make sure you grab them. in my shop at katebolt.stampinup.net. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. I did actually use the stamp set in a, was this by, which one was this for? Oh yeah, I did a Stamp Around the UK video hop this week. It went live yesterday evening and it was on embossing folders, and I used the evening evergreen stamps for it and some of the gems. And I used the thanks and hello embossing folder and some white ink sponged on the top. So I did one in soft succulent and I did one in calypso coral. So they're on YouTube if you want to have a little look at those. Using the same stamps from the Eden's Garden Suite. So thank you for joining me. If you joined me live today, thank you so very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Kay. That's very kind of you. Thanks, everybody. If you're watching me on replay, do let me know. And yeah, if you let me know if you like it, leave me a comment in the comments. And if you're watching me on YouTube on Catch Up, please let me know about that too. And give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. Thank you so much. And I will see you on Thursday evening. Last Thursday, I wasn't around on YouTube. I was doing my in-person class, which was fabulous to do that. But I will be back this Thursday on YouTube and I'll see you then. Thank you, ladies. Take care. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.